Hello, fellow gunners. Tim here at the bench. I just want to touch on some things. I've had a lot of comments about maybe my pistol won't shoot a light bullet. That might be true because it does have a 1 in 16 twist, is more geared toward a longer bullet. But with the testing with this 2028, I don't know. It could be that powder. Had also had comments that maybe that powder is not really suitable for pistol cartridges, and it could be. It could be that when you load shot shells, there's no air space. The wad is actually down against the powder. So maybe that air gap is causing inconsistencies. Maybe it does take a compressed charge. In that case, it would take us, which could mean that's one reason why the powder worked better in a 9mm than the 38 Special. Something to think about. Okay, now, some of you guys may remember this target, and a lot of you are not going to remember this target because you're new to the channel. But this was, here's the information on it. This was 12 yards. It was a traditionally sized and lubed. It's 4 grains of green dot, 38 Special, with the 158 grain Lee, which comes out about 160 when I cast it. This was shot out of my pistol. That is a 1.5 inch group, guys, at 12.5 yards, offhand. Now turn this over. This was powder coated. Same bullet, same powder charge, same distance. This was 2.615. This was powder coated. Now, some could argue, well, Tim, that could just be your shooting. Could be. But here's what I'm thinking now. I'm going to show, this was shot the other day when I was at the range and done all this shooting. This is 25 shots at 25 yards using the 4 grain charge of green dot behind that 160 grain round flat nose bullet. As you can tell, they're scattered. It's a little over a 10-inch group at 25 yards. But as you can tell, it's pretty centered. There's 20 shots in an 8-inch circle. There's 5 out. So, now this was shot with me using a sandbag. I'm shooting off a sandbag. So, could it be, however freakish this may sound or offstanding, could it be that I'm not comfortable shooting off a sandbag? That maybe I'm more comfortable shooting offhand? Or is my eyesight bother me enough to where the extra 12.5 yards throws me off that much? Because, hey, let's face it, guys. That's a good group. With any ammunition, that's a good group. That's my thoughts for today. Oh, I did want to cover something. On the bottom side of this, and the reason why I was shooting that is because I thought I had 25 of the same charge, the same bullet, traditional, and I thought I had 25 that were powder coated. which I did. But the little tag that told me what the charge was actually in between the casings and wasn't on top. So I actually thought they were loaded the same. This was actually loaded with 7.5 grains of blue dot. Okay. With that said, now I was using my Lyman 3rd edition gas handbook. Excuse me. Oh. And the max charge, and I worked up to it. And of course, I'm shooting a 357, so wasn't thinking at the time. And I only bring this up to kind of caution you guys. The max charge is 7.8 for a standard. I think the plus P went up to 8 or 8.2. But I want to show you the primer if you can see it. Now, it's not extensive pressure. I want to show you I think you can see the bulge in the case where it filled out the cylinder. Maybe you can see it better on this one. Yeah, you can. Just if I hold it at that angle. Oh yeah, that primer even looks like it's got more pressure. That could be the difference in the casings. But a 38 standard should not show pressure. Not like that. That's getting into your target magnum pressures. When you're talking about 16 CUP and 33 CUP thousandths, you're talking twice as much pressure for a 357 than you are 38. So I suggest you don't use 7.5 grains of blue dot in a standard 158 grain charge for a bullet. Like there was something else I was going to cover. I believe that's it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.